everybody, it's Cheryl, part of the team here at healthyslowcooking.com. If you don't know me, I am who you get when you email support@healthyslowcooking.com. I am also the other half of the team at Kathy Hester Cooks YouTube and also at the Plant-Based Explorers travel channel. And I have something kind of fun for you today. Something, if you follow us, you know I have a huge a bag fetish right now, trying to figure out the best way for me to travel and trying to pare down how much stuff I'm taking. You've seen some of our ridiculous amounts of things that we have taken with us on previous trips. We have learned to pare them down significantly, but I'm always looking for ways to kind of cut that down even more. And I've been trying to travel with basically 2 bags. A backpack with all my stuff, like clothes and toiletries and things like that. And then another smaller backpack that I kangaroo on the front that I carry my electronics that can't be checked if for some reason my bag has to be checked. And so what I end up doing is I end up throwing like 3 or 4 different like crossbody bags or of different sizes and things like that in my bag. And then the next thing I know, I've got a stack this tall. Full disclosure, Waterfly did send me this bag for free. We agreed that we would try it out for them, but that we would give our full honest opinion on this. And as you know, on this channel and our travel channel, we always strive to give you our honest opinion on how we think about something. And the fact that they sent this to me free doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about it, and if I think it's a good bang for the buck. This is the actual pack itself. It is a packable pack, which is the thing that I'm most interested in about this because I'm trying to take up less space in that one backpack. So here's the bag. We've popped it out. It's unpacked. The pocket that it was packed into actually becomes an outside pocket as part of this. You can see here's the little handle inside there, and this now becomes an outside pocket. So then you have this nice little crossbody bag. It has 2 water bottle pockets, which is great because Kathy will not ever carry her own water bottle. So usually if I get bottles of water, I get 2 of them. I get the small bottles of water. I think this would fit perfect in there. And this other thing that I think is really cool about this bag is that it has this little pocket here on the outside, and it has a little Velcro that goes over the top of it here like this. However, depending where you're at and what situation you are in, for me, this could be pretty cool on a cruise. If I'm not using this bag all the time on the cruise itself, I can always unzip this part here at the top, and this pocket comes off. And now I have this little separate pocket that I can keep with me, and I can have stuff in it. Like a cruise card would fit perfectly in here, right? So I can have my cruise card in here. I could have a credit card or some identification. It does zip right back onto the bag very easily. And that is a nice feature. I haven't seen that on any other bag that I've been looking at. So I kind of like that idea that I could take this off really quick. So on this side, you've got some place that you can hold your keys. You've got this pocket here. It doesn't go all the way down into the bag, but it goes about halfway, about the size of your hand. Then you've got these smaller 2 pockets here that are mesh that you can put some things in as well. And they go down about to the rest of the bag, which is kind of nice. You've got this bigger, deep pocket here, this cavernous area, which is the whole inside area of the bag, right? So it's pretty cavernous. And then you've also got this other little pocket here on the inside that also goes all the way down to the bottom. And it's got a little stretchy area on it, so you could put, if you had like a tablet or something, you could stick that in there into this area here. So it's a good sized bag. And it has way more organization than I had expected that it would have. The only thing on this bag that I am hesitant about is the size of this strap. And the reason I'm hesitant about it is this part of the strap here is so short. I wish that they would have put just a little bit longer strap on here. And the reason why is because once I fill this up, I'm not going to have as much comfort levels, or I'm not going to have as much space when I put this thing across my body because I'm big chested. And so if you're big chested, it's going to ride up a little bit higher. If you're thicker, big chested, something like that. However, if I am someplace that I want to make sure that I am keeping an eye on the stuff that I have, this is actually a really good spot for it to be in. So let's see what this thing can hold. But these are some things that I like to keep with me very frequently. And the one thing that I don't have in here is my phone. But I do know that my phone will fit in here because I tried that out earlier. So I have all this stuff that I would normally take. I have mics, I have an action camera and an action camera handle, a small umbrella because you just never know. I have a Pocket 3 with an extended battery and the little tripods attachment. I also have an extendable selfie stick that I use with the DJI or some of the other cameras as well. And then we also like to carry with us our gimbal. We do have the gimbal with us most of the time. So that goes with us as well. So having all these different things to carry also adds some weight to your bag. And like I've said, in the past, I've brought 3 or 4 different sizes of like a sling bag with me, just so I can kind of determine what I'm going to use. I've used a packable backpack that's just an open cavern with backpack stuff. That's fine, but the thing with that is everything just kind of gets thrown in together and there's absolutely no organization to it whatsoever. With this guy, I can get some organization going and I think it's fantastic. So let's see if we can get everything in there. So I guess the first thing we want to take advantage of is this little hook that we can hook our keys onto, right? So now I've got my keys in here and I can just drop those down into the little front pocket area as well. And then the other thing that I want to make sure that I can get in there, because in most situations when we travel, I'm going to need the passports. And we keep the passports in here. And so I can put the passports right in there as well. So now I've got my passports in there and I've got my key in there. And then I've got this little like area here in the front that I think might be perfect for me to put the Pocket 3. I'm going to take the extra battery off. I'm just going to slide that in the extra pocket, like so. So now it's kind of organized right there. And then I'm going to put the extra battery in the pocket right next to it, so I know where it is and it's easy for me to grab. So have all that. And I have this big open area. And this big open area is where I am going to put my microphones. And I'm going to kind of turn them a little sideways because it's what I usually do, because when I turn them sideways like that, I get a lot more space. So I got them sideways. And the next thing that I'm going to put in there is going to be selfie stick right next to that. The action cam handle right next to that. So you can see how those are fitting in there. Nice. Got everything in there. And the next thing I'm going to put in is going to be the action cam itself. And I'm going to utilize this back area back here. And I'm going to put the action cam back in there. So now I've got my action cam in there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my gimbal back there as well, because between those two, they fit really nicely side by side. Okay, so I've got all that in there, and I still seem to have some room. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my wallet actually in with the passport area back here and the keys. They'll fit right nicely there with the keys. So now I've got my wallet in with the keys. I can shove this little guy, can kind of go anywhere, but I am going to put him in just with the rest of the selfie sticks. And so that all fits nicely in there. And then it has, I love that it has this little flap right here, so I can kind of, you know, protect that zipper from prying hands and things like that. So I've got all that in here. All right, so we got one thing left that we need to get in there, and a little front pocket is going to be exactly perfect for me to put my travel umbrella right inside. This is fully packed with everything that I would want to take with me if we were leaving the ship for the day and I wanted to do some sightseeing and do some filming. It's not too heavy. I do wish it was a little bit longer. This strap here was just a tad bit longer. It would be darn near perfect. But the thing that I like the most about this is that it's not going to take up a huge amount of space in my bag while we're traveling. This is the Waterfly Transformer Packable Cross-Body Bag. We'll have our affiliate link in the show notes. And if you choose to purchase this item and through our affiliate link, we do get a little bit of a kickback from Waterfly at no cost to you. And yes, the big question on everybody's mind is it really packable? And can you make this thing go back into the original pocket? Because if you're like me, you're very skeptical, because time and time again, I bought something packable. And once I've unpacked it that one time, it never, ever goes back in like it's supposed to. Don't even get me started on my packable rain jacket. Remember, this pocket here is the pocket that it goes into, but on the other side. So how do you do this? Well, the easiest way to do this is to make sure you've got it zipped up and clipped up so you have it nice. I unzipped this part because this is the part I'm going to need. On the other side, you're going to want to take this and just kind of put all this in the middle, like so, right? And then you're going to kind of make it into a little, as I call it, bag sandwich. And this bag sandwich is going to go right back into that pocket that it came out of. So let's see if we can make it happen. All right, we're just going to kind of roll it towards itself, roll it towards itself, pull up on this, because this is the pocket part, and then we're going to flip this over this way, and now here's the bag, kind of in taco form, and this is how you want to get it before you zip it. And I usually just kind of push it down a little bit more in the middle. Here's your zipper on the end. You're going to probably have to close it a little bit towards the end like this and just start zipping. Push down as you zip and squeeze in to bring that zipper closer together. And there you go. You have packed bag just like it came, ready to go into your bag and take up less space than the other 6 bags that you were going to take along like I do. So, Waterfly TransformerX Packable Cross-Body Bag seems to be a winner in my book. I think you guys should check it out. I'm going to take this on our next trip, and I also took it for a little bit of a walk around the neighborhood, and it did really well. I had all my stuff in it. I was able to open it, pull things in and out, didn't have any problems. Again, the only thing that I think they could do better on this bag is make that strap that adjustable strap, just a tad bit longer. It would be great if it was just a little bit longer. So I hope you guys will join us again sometime soon on Kathy Hester Cooks on YouTube, or join us at the Plant-Based Explorers for our travel adventures, where we will be using this quite frequently over the next month or so. So see you, everybody. Have a great day.